Infra Products ID number 25NA005, 25NA006, 25NA007, 24NA0049, 24NA0050, 24NA0051, 24NA0052, and 24NA0052. On behalf of Procurement Unit headed by Engineer Prospero Argacayan, I would like to acknowledge the presence of these awards committee. Back Chairperson, Engineer Christina Macraw.
Present.
Back Vice Chairperson, Engineer Rinaldo B. Palima. Back Members, Engineer Lucy P. M. Villar, Engineer Nobel M. Hapopes. Technical Working Group TWG members, Engineer Edison C. Coro Jr., Engineer Anne Marjorie J. Barillo, Back Secretariat members, Ma'am Lenny S. Ruiz, Ma'am Elaine E. Dumanon, Engineer Janet Tibonigers, judiciary as they know today. We have observer from Department of Education. We have Sir Christopher Orteliano, Sir Richard Boque, Sir Luther Polines, Sir Erwin Torrigosa, and we have also three prospective participating leaders. We have from Oli Development Engineering Construction, Sir Wikyo P. Toralba Sr., Ma'am Jessica Boque, and from YPC Construction, Sir Harvey James Wilson, Ma'am Jenny Lee, and from J Construction and Supply, Sir Jerry Montihar. That's all for the attendance, Madam Chair.
With the presence of the majority of the back members, I declare quorum. May we now proceed with the pre-bidding conference.
Madam Chair, members of the back, table is secretariat and our prospective leaders as well as our observers from the head. Good afternoon. This afternoon we have 8 projects. 5 are from under BEF or Basic Education Facilities Funds, and 3 under NAC. For the first 5 projects, we have ID 24NA0049. The title of this project is Construction of 1 Unit, 1-Story, 2-Classroom Building, FC Jongko NHS, Kauswagan, Barangay, Agusan del Norte, with an approved budget for the contract in the amount of 4,975,000 pesos. The duration of this project is 120 calendar days. The bidding fee is 5,000 pesos and under BEF 2024. For the major categories of work, this is under BIC, WOP, LC, and with similar categories of works, BICW, PHCCP, BICW, PHCDP, BICW, PHC, BIH, BICW, PLCCP, BICW, PLCDP, BIL, and BIM. For the requirements, legal documents include the pickup license with the category of CND and small p. Therefore, SLC may not be necessary. For the minimum key person requirements, we have a project manager, a DPWH accredited project engineer, construction foreman, safety officer, first aider, and DPWH accredited materials engineer. For the minimum major equipment required for this contract are the following: 1 unit each of the following: plate compactor with capacity of 5 horsepower, 1 bagger mixer, 4 to 6 cubic feet per minute, bar cutter, bar bender, cutting outfit, 2 units of welding machine, 1 unit of backhoe, and 2 units of dump truck, and a minimum material testing equipment of 1 set. For the bill of quantities for this contract ID 24NA00049, we have facilities for the engineer, a rental basis of field officer for the engineer, or field office for the engineer. Other requirements, we have the permits and clearances, project bill board and sign board, occupational safety event program, mobilization and demobilization. Under Part 3, civil, mechanical, electrical, and sanitary planning works, you have clearing and grabbing lump sum, structural excavation, common soil, with 1 pp of 101.04 cubic meter. Embankment from roadway, structural excavation, common soil, is 40.52 cubic meters. Embankment from borrow, common soil, 119.38 cubic meters. A gravel field of 53.01 cubic meters. Under Part B, you have plain and reinforced concrete works. You have structural concrete, 4,000 psi, with 59.04 cubic meters. Structural concrete Class A, 17.10 cubic meters. Reinforcing steel beam grade 40, 4,293.33 kilograms. Reinforcing steel deformed grade 60, 6,209.38 kilograms. Formworks and coastworks. For finishing works, you have soil poisoning, a lump sum, 46.51 meters. CSB non-load bearing, including reinforcing steel, 100 mm thick, is 13.36 square meters. For CSB non-load bearing, with 150 millimeter thick, it's 169.74 square meters. For carpentry and joinery works, lump sum, so with finishing hardware and steel window. Aluminum glass window awning type is 0.72 square meters. A jealousy window glass of 18.38 square meters. Further, we have frames, jam seals, head, transoms, and mullions, 6 sets. Doors, flash type, 3.78 square meters. Doors, wood panel, 9 square meters. Wooden doors and windows, lump sum. Cement floor finish with floor hardener, 171 square meters. Molding, precast, 40 meters. Cement plaster finish, 374.47 square meters. Railing, lump sum. Ceiling, made up of 4.5 millimeter metal frame, fiber cement board of 177.63 square meters. Reflective insulation, 182.88 square meters. Glazed tiles and trims, 25.2 square meters. And glazed tiles, 8 square meters. Waterproofing, cement based, 97.20 square meters. Painting works for masonry, 538.66 square meters. For wood, 19.08 square meters. And for steel, 66.24 square meters. Pre-painted metal sheets for corrugated, a long span, about 24.7 millimeters, 182.88 square meters. Fabricated metal roofing accessory for ridge hip rolls, gets 26 or 0.551 millimeters with 18 linear meters. Fabricated with a roofing accessory for flashing gets 26 or 0.551 millimeters is 20.32 linear meters. For structural steel, process we have 1,140.66 kilograms. Purlins, 1,700.16 kilograms. For metal accessories, bolts and rods, 49.8 kilograms. For steel plates, 145.82 kilograms. For sag rods, 92.59. For cross bracing, 101.33. Turnbuckle, 16 pieces. Under plumbing or sanitary works, We have lump sum for the following: several line works, cold water lines, store drainage and downspout, plumbing fixture, septic vault or tank, concrete CSP, that's basin of concrete. Under electrical, you have conduits, boxes, fittings, rough in, wires and wiring devices, and the panel board with main and branch breakers, all lump sums. And finally, lighting fixtures, lump sum. For this contract, the bid security form can be a BSD or bid security declaration, or if it is in cash check, bank, draft guarantee, or revocable LOC, it should not be less than 2% of the ABC, or equivalent to 99,500. For surety bond as your form to be submitted, the amount should not be less than 5% of the ABC. Preferably, this insurance firm should be coming within the current region for its verification. For the police contract, the deadline of drafting will be November 19, 2024 until 10 a.m. only. Opening of bids follows immediately after the deadline of drafting of bids. For the second contract, 2049-0050, with the same source of funds, the title is construction of 2 units, 1 story, 2 classroom building in CJ Ramon Avanceña Integrated School, Barangay Sanghan, Cabadbaran City, Agusan del Norte, with the approved budget for the contract in the amount of 9,950,000 pesos. The duration is 150 calendar days. Bidding fee is 10,000 pesos only. For the scope of work is similar to 2014A0049. The same with the technical requirements with category of PPAP, CND, and size basis small b. For the key personnel requirements, similar with 2014A0049, with the following key personnel and the corresponding required experiences, either similar or related experience. Reiterating therein that the project engineer and the materials engineer should be DPWH accredited. For the minimum major equipment requirements, 1 unit, each for a plate compactor, 1 bagger mixer, bar cutter, bar bender, cutting outfit, welding machine, backhoe, dump truck. 2 units each for welding machine and dump truck. And finally, for material testing equipment, 1 set. For the bill of quantities, provision of field office for the engineer, rental basis is 5 months. 1 lump sum for permits and clearances, so with occupancy or occupational safety and health, mobilization and demobilization, and 2 pieces of each for project billboard and signboard. For under part 3, you have clearing and grubbing, lump sum, tough excavation, common soil, 102.08 cubic meters, embankment from roadway, tough excavation, common soil, 81.04, embankment from borrow, common soil, 1,070 to 96 cubic meters, gravel fill, 46.02, under part B, plain and reinforced concrete works. You have structural concrete, 4,000 PSI with 180 cubic meters. Structural concrete class A, 34.2 cubic meters. Reinforcing steel, grade 4 PB4, 8,586.66 kilograms. And for grade 6 steel reinforcing steel, before 12,418.76. For formworks and false works is 498.54 square meters. Under finishing works, soil poisoning, 72 meters. CSB, 100 mm thick, non-load bearing, 26.72 square meters. And for 150 mm CSB non-load bearing is 339.48 square meters. Lump sum, both for carpentry and joinery, finishing hardware, and steel window. And for aluminum glass window awning type, it's 1.44 square meters. Jealousy windows of glass, 36.76 square meters. We have frames for jump seals, head, transoms, and mullions, jog sets. For doors, flush type, 7.56 square meters. Doors, wood panel, 18 square meters. Window, doors and windows, one lump sum, or wooden doors and windows, lump sum. Cement floor finish with floor hardener, 342 square meters. For molding, precast, 80 meters. For cement plaster finish, 748 with 94 square meters. For railing, lump sum. For ceiling, 4.5 millimeters. Metal frames, fiber cement board. Reflective insulation, glazed tiles and trims, 50.40 square meters. And glazed tiles, 16 square meters. Waterproofing, cement based, 94.40. Painting works, masonry concrete, 1,077.32 square meters. Painting works for wood, 38.16 square meters. And for steel, 132.48 square meters. For corrugated type long pre-painted metal sheet is 365.76 square meters. For grids, hip rolls, gets 26, 36 linear meters. For flushing, gets 26, 40.64 linear meters. For structural steel trusses, we have 2,251.32 kilograms. And for purlins, 3,432 kilograms. For metal structure accessories, bolts and rods is 99.60 kilograms. For steel plates, 291.64 kilograms. For subrods, 185.18 kilograms. For cross bracing, 22.66. And for turnbuckle, 32 each, or pieces. For plumbing or sanitary works, you have SLW and CWL, as well as storm drainage and downspout, and plumbing fixtures with septic vault and concrete CSB, all in lump sum. For a catch basin, concrete, 22 each. For electrical, you have conduits, boxes, fittings for rack-in, wires and wiring devices, panel board with main branch breakers, as well as lighting fixtures, all in lump sum. The same with the previous contract ID. For cash or check, the amount should not be less than 2% of the ABC, or should not be less than 5% of the ABC if the surety bond is used as your bid security form. Other acceptable form is bid security declaration. For technical requirements, the same, the previous, we have the business registration, either SEC or DTI, mayor's permit updated, income tax return, latest tax clearance updated with the field checks. For our pickup, we have the required category and the size range. An HEC should not be less than 50% of the ABC. The 50% requirements and minimum equipment should be included in the envelope A. So with the list of completed projects, including private and list of all ongoing, awarded but not yet started projects, including private projects. For envelope B, should contain the bid for detailed estimates, cash flow by quarters, and the documentary requirements. The same with the previous contract. The deadline of the drafting of bids as well as the opening of bids. For the next contract, ID 24-0051, title is Construction of 2 units, 1 story, 2 classroom building in Santa Ana Elementary School, Santa Ana, Nasipit, Agusan del Norte. The approved budget for the contract is 9,150,000 with a duration of 150 calendar days. Bidding fee is 10,000 under 2024. The same scope of work and the major categories of work. The requirements will be category C and D for the vehicle license with a size range of small b. The same 8% requirement. Minimum major category, major equipment requirements. Bill quantities varies with the following. Process for the engineer for 5 months, permits, clearances, project billboard or signboard, operational safety and health, mobilization, demobilization, all in lump sum. For part 3 under earthworks, we have clearing and grading lump sum, structure, excavation, common soil, 22.08 cubic meters, backman from roadway structure excavation, common soil, 81.04, backman from barrow, common soil, 1,270.96, and a gravel field of 46.02 cubic meters. Under plain and reinforced concrete works, structural concrete 4,000 psi, and 80.8 cubic meters. Structural concrete class A, 34.20 cubic meters. Reinforcing steel, deformed, weight 40, 8,586.66 kilograms. Reinforcing steel, deformed, weight 60, 12,480.36 kilograms. Formworks and falseworks, 498.24 square meters. Under finishing works, you have soil poisoning, 93.02 liters, CSV, non-bearing, 100 millimeters thick, 26.72, 150 millimeters thick, CSV, they're 339.48 square meters. Lump sum each for carpentry, joinery works, finishing hardware, steel window. And for aluminum glass window awning type, 1.44 square meters, and jalousie window glass, 36.76 square meters. We have frames, jambs, doors, wood panel, wooden doors and windows, cement floor finish with board hardener, molding precast, cement plaster finish, a railing, 1 lump sum, ceiling, reflective insulation, glass tiles and trims, and glazed tiles, waterproofing, cement base, painting works, masonry concrete, painting works, wood, painting works, steel, pre-painted metal sheet, for corrugated type, fabricated metal roofing accessories, for reeds, hip rolls flushing, all of page 26, structural steel for trusses and purlins, metal structural accessories for bolts and rods, steel plates, sag rods, cross bracing, turnbuckles, each with corresponding quantities as reflected in the bill of quantities, which is posted both in the DPWH and PGS websites. Further, we have the plumbing sanitary works, sewer line works, cold water lines, storm drainage and downspout, plumbing fixtures, septic bowl, tank made of concrete CSP, all lump sums, as basin of concrete, 22 each. For electrical, you have conduits, boxes, plug-in, wires and wiring devices, panel board with main and branch breakers, lump sum, and finally, lighting fixtures. For this contract, the opening of bids or grabbing of bids will be on November 20, 2024. The bid security form can be a BSD or 2% for cash check or bank draft or revocable LOC, or 5% of the ABC if the bidder chooses surety bond or equivalent to 497,500 pesos. For the next contract, again, for under BEC project, second to the last, you have 25-042-52. You have titled Construction of 2 units, 1 story, 2 classroom building in Calamba National High School, Calamba, Cabadbaran City, Agusan del Norte. The approved budget for the contract is 9,950,000 pesos, duration of 150 calendar days, a bidding fee of 10,000. The same categories of work, the same requirements, and the same 8% requirements, and major equipment requirements. For the bill of quantities, we have again facilities for the engineer for 5 months, permits and clearances, project billboard or signboard, occupational safety and health, mobilization and demobilization, all in lump sum, or part 3 under part A, earthworks. Again, we have building and grabbing, lump sum, structural excavation, common soil, embankment from roadway, structural excavation, embankment from borrow, common soil, and gravel field. And for a plain reinforced concrete, structural concrete, 4,000 PSI, Class A, reinforcing steel, uniform grade 40 and grade 60, as well as converse and post works. Under finishing works, you have soil poisoning, 23.02 liters, CSB, either 100 mm or 150 mm thick, with 26.72 and 39.48 square meters respectively. Carpentry and joinery, finishing hardware and steel window, all in lump sum. And for aluminum glass window awning type, it's 1.44 square meters and jealous windows of 36.76 square meters. Other requirements, you have frames, doors, flush, wood panel, wooden doors and windows, cement for finish with for hardener, wooden precast, cement plaster finish, railings, lump sum, ceiling made of 4.5 mm metal frame, fiber cement board. Reflective insulation, glazed tiles and frames and glazed tiles, waterproofing, painting works, either for mason or concrete, 1,077.32 square meters, for wood, 38.16 square meters, for steel, 732.40 square meters. For pre-painted metal sheets, 265.76. Fabricated metal roofing accessory, either reeds or deep rolls or crushing, all in kits 26. The corresponding quantity, as well as the structural steel for trusses and purlins, accessories, either for bolts and rods, steel plates, side rods, cross bracing, turnbuckle, the corresponding quantities reflected therein. For the plumbing sanitary works, lump sum. For sewer line works, wall water lines, storm drains and downspout, plumbing fixture, safety bolt made up of complete CSP, and catch basin, 22 each. For electrical, all in lump sum. For conduits, boxes, and fittings, contract in, wires and wiring devices, panel board with main and branch breakers, and lighting fixtures. For the bridge form, either BSD or 2% of the ABC for cash, check, or not less than 5% of the ABC if it is the surety form or surety fund. Okay, for the last project under BEF 2024 with contract ID 20400053 with a technical or title of construction of 1 unit, 1 story, 2 classroom building, Linaw Elementary School, Sanghan with the Agusan del Norte, with an ABC of 4,975,000 pesos. The duration of 120 calendar days. Bidding fee is 5,000. The scope of work as a major category of work of BICW PLC with similar lines of work stated therein. The requirements will include pickup license with a field of CND and size range of small B. LSC will no longer be necessary. We have the same key personal requirements with project engineer and budget engineer all accredited with the DPWH. Minimum major equipment requirements. You have plate compactor, 1 unit, 1 bagger mixer, 1 unit, bar cutter, 1 unit, bar blender, 1 unit, cutting outfit, 1 unit, 2 units of welding machine, 1 unit of backhoe, and 2 units of dump truck, as well as 1 set of minimum material testing equipment. For the build quantity, provision of field office for the engineer, 4 months. You have lump sum for permits and clearances, project billboard, signboard, 2 each. Occupational safety and health, and mobilization and demobilization lump sum each. For earthworks, you have clearing and grabbing lump sum, structural excavation for common soil, 1.04 cubic meters. For embankment for roadway, structural excavation common soil, 40.52 cubic meters. Under 804-2A embankment from borrow common soil, 419.38, a gravel field of 23.01. For the plain and reinforced concrete works, structural concrete, 4,000 PSI with 59.04 cubic meters. Structural concrete class A, 17.10 cubic meters. Reinforcing steel, deformed grade 40, 4,293.33 kilograms. And for grade 60, 6,209.38 kilograms. For formworks and falseworks, 249.27 square meters. Under finishing works, you have soil poisoning, 46.51 meters. TSB, non-load bearing, 100 mm thick, 13.46 square meters. TSB, 150 mm thick, non-load bearing, 169.74 square meters. Carpentry and joining works, finishing works, steel window, all in lump sum. Aluminum glass window, awning type, 0.72 square meters. The Jalsa window with glass, 18.38 square meters. And then we have oak frames, doors, flush and wood panel, wooden doors and windows, cement floor finish with floor hardener, molding precast, cement plaster finish, railing, ceiling, 4.5 mm metal frame fiber cement board, reflective insulation, glazed tiles and trims and glazed tiles, waterproofing cement base, painting works for masonry concrete, wood and steel, pre-painted metal sheets, corrugated, long span, fabricated metal roofing accessory for reeds, hip rolls and flashing, made out of base 26, for structural steel, truss and forlings, metal structural accessories for bolts and rods, steel plates, sag rods, rose bracing and turnbuckles. And for plumbing, sanitary works, you have several line works, cold water lines, storm drainage and downspout, plumbing fixtures, safety vault, tank concrete, CSB, all in lump sum, and catch basin 22 each. Under electrical, you have conduit, boxes and fittings, wrapped in, bars and wiring devices, panel board with main and branch breakers, lighting fixtures, all in lump sum. The same or of security acceptable with this entity will be visibility declaration or DSD, or cash or check. It should not be less than 2% the ABC, equivalent to 99,500. Should we use surety bond, the amount should not be less than 5% the ABC, or 248,750. The same requirements for envelope A, legal documents to include business registration, dealer's permit, income tax return, tax clearance, details updated. All of these things should be updated and be included in the envelope A. For pickup, NHEC, EPC requirements, minimum equipment, list of completed projects including private projects. List of ongoing awarded but not started projects should be included under envelope A. And all pages should be numbered and signed by the authorized personnel of the firm. For the projects mentioned, the last request mentioned, the schedule of dropping will be on November 20, 2024 at 10 a.m. You cannot drop or participate in the meeting unless you purchase bid docs at the procurement office before the deadline of the dropping of bids. No bid will be accepted and after 10 a.m. Opening of bids immediately follows. And that concludes for projects under GEC 2024. Under regular projects, we have ID 25NA 0005. The title is Construction of Multipurpose Building, Barangay Culit, Nasipit, Agusan del Norte. The approved budget for the contract is 6,930,000 pesos. The duration is 180 calendar days. Bidding fee for this contract is 10,000 pesos. Source of funds is NEP 2025. For this contract, the major categories of work is DICWO PLC. With similar categories of works, we have DICW PHCCP, DICW PHCDP, DICW PHC, DIH, DICW PLCCP, DICW PLCDP, BIL, and BIM. For the requirements, we have the pickup license should have a category of CND and a size range of small p. So for this contract, largest single project may not be necessary as well. The key person requirements, you have project manager, project engineer, construction foreman, safety officer, first leader, and materials engineer. For the minimum major equipment requirements, we have backhoe, 1 unit with a capacity of 0.20 cubic meters. Dump truck, 2 units with a capacity of 12 cubic yards. Plate compactor, 5 horsepower. 1 bagger mixer, 4 to 6 cubic feet per minute. Bar cutter, bar bender, 1 unit each. Milling machine, 2 units at 500 amperes. Cutting outfit, 1. Truck mounted crane, 1. And a minimum material testing equipment, 1 set. For the bill of quantities for this contract, provision of field office for the engineer in the basis, 6 months. Permits and clearances, 1 lump sum. Project billboard, 2 each. Professional safety and health, and move and demobilization, 1 lump sum each. Under earthworks, part 3, removal of structures and obstruction, lump sum. Structure, excavation, common soil, 147.57 cubic meters. Embankment from roadway, structure excavation, common soil, 44.27 cubic meters. Embankment from borough, common soil, 126.09 cubic meters. Gravel fill, 21.27 cubic meters. For plain and reinforced concrete works, structural concrete, 4,000 PSI, 56.25 cubic meters. Structural concrete, class A, 34.06 cubic meters. Reinforcing steel, deformed grade 40, 9,939.09 kilograms. Formworks and false works, 293.72 square meters. Under finishing works, 100 mm thick of CSB nylon bearing, including reinforcing steel, 482.11 square meters. Finishing hardware of lump sum, aluminum frame glass door swing type, 10.50 square meters. Aluminum glass windows line type, 18 square meters. Aluminum glass window awning type, 6.12 square meters. Aluminum glass windows fixed type, 1.94 square meters. 10 sets of frames for jumps, seal, head, transoms, and mullions. And 18.90 square meters for doors of wood panel. Then we have 3 sets of PVC doors and frames, and 252.70 square meters for ceiling, made up of 4.5 mm metal frame with fiber cement board. For glazed tiles and trims, you have 37.89 square meters. For glazed tiles, 152.70 square meters. Cement for finish with floor hardener, 7.8 square meters. Cement plaster finish, 1,125.07 square meters. Reflective insulation, 181.05 square meters. Painting works for masonry is 413.33 square meters, and for steel, 174.97 square meters. Fabricated metal roofing accessory for flushing with 76 is 8.50 millimeters. For gutter gauge 24 57.80 linear meters. For pre-painted metal sheets, rib type, 181.05 square meters. Lump sum for metal structures, 50.54 for metal structure accessories, bolts and rods, and 55.5 for sub-rods, all in kilograms. For steel plate, 127.17 kilograms. For structural steel, truss is 3,814.65 kilograms. And for purlins, 722.87 kilograms. For plumbing, or sanitary works, that's basin of TSB, 4 each. Sewer line works, lump sum. So with the store drains and downspout, septic bowl, tank with a complete CSB, plumbing fixtures, wound water lines, all in lump sum. So with the electrical, or rack-in, for conduits, boxes and fittings, bars and wiring devices, panel boards with main and branch breakers, pole-mounted distribution transformer with complete accessories, pole type, lighting fixtures. For the bid security form, the amount should not be less than 138,600 if it is in cash check or bank draft guarantee or a revocable letter of credit. Or the amount should not be less than 346,500 if surety bond is opted as the form of security. The opening of bids will be on November 19, 2024. For ID 2019-0006, the title of this project is Rehabilitation of Multipurpose Building, Covered Court, Barangay, Tagbuyacan, Santiago, Agusan del Norte, with an ABC of 4,950,000 pesos. The duration is 90 calendar days. Bidding fee, the equal amount of 5,000 pesos. This is under NEP 2025. The same major categories of work
Appropriation.
and the pickup license category and size range. The same fee person requirements and a minimum major category equipment requirements of plate compactor 1 unit, 1 bagger mixer 1 unit, bar cutter or bar blender as well as cutting outfit 1 unit, 2 units of welding machine, and 1 unit of truck mounted crane, and 1 set of minimum material testing equipment. For the bill of quantities, this has a 3 months duration as required for field office for the engineer in dental cases. Permits and clearances, lump sum, budget bill board, occupational safety and health, and demobilization, 1 lump sum. For the removal of structure and obstruction, lump sum, structure excavation, common soil, 27.74 cubic meters, embankment for a roadway, structure excavation, common soil, 17.42 cubic meters, embankment from borrow common soil, 14.55 cubic meters, gravel fill of 2.63 cubic meters. For plain and reinforced concrete works, structural concrete at 4,000 psi of 2.58 cubic meters, structural concrete class A 5.26 cubic meters, reinforcing steel grade 4 TD foam 1,177.49 kilograms. The formworks or false works of 46.65 square meters. For finishing works, you have 100 mm thick of CSB non-load bearing, including reinforcing steel, 140.65 square meters. For steel lower door is 49.47 square meters. For ceiling, medium of 4.5 mm metal frame with fiber cement board 121.11 square meters. And glazed tiles, 38.76 square meters. Cement plaster finish, 213.33. Reflective insulation, 121.11. Painting works, masonry concrete, 1,003.30. For painting work, steel, 709.70. And for pre-painted metal sheet, brick type, 760.65, all in square meters. Then we have fabricated metal roofing accessory or flashing, 876, 111.84 linear meters. For gutters, gauge 24, 107.90 linear meters. For metal structures, lump sum, metal structure accessories. For bolts and rods, 31.99 kilograms. For sub rods, 92.69 kilograms. For cross bracing, 26.421 kilograms. For steel plates, 27.18 kilograms. For trusses, structural steel, 7,893.91 kilograms. And for purlins, 3,995.58 kilograms. Under plumbing, sanitary works, we have storm drains and downspout, lump sum. And for electrical, you have conduits, boxes, and fittings, racking, wires and wiring devices, panel boards with main and branch breakers, lighting fixtures of 1 lump sum. For the bid security form, BSA is acceptable. 2% of the ABC or 99,000 if the used form is passed or checked or a revocable letter of credit. For the amount should not be less than 247,500 if surety fund is used. And for the last project, 25/2020,
Indeed.
the same this contract. The bidding will be on November 20. 25/20/007. The title of this project is Construction of Multipurpose Building, Barangay Hall, Barangay Doña Rosario, Tubay, Agusan del Norte. The ABC is 6,130,000 pesos. The duration is 180 calendar days. Bidding fee, an applicable amount of 10,000 pesos under NEP 2025. The same major categories of work and the pickup requirements, category and size range. The same key personnel requirements, project manager, project engineer, construction foreman, safety officer, first aider, materials engineer, all DPWH accredited for project and materials engineer. Under minimum major equipment requirements for this contract, you have backhoe with 80 cubic meter handling capacity, 1 unit, 2 dump trucks, 12 cubic yard, plate compactor, 1 unit, 1 bagger mixer, 1 unit, bar cutter, 1 unit, bar bender, 1 unit, welding machine, 2 units, cutting outfit, 1 unit, truck mounted crane, 1 unit, and a minimum material testing equipment of 1 set. For the bill of quantities, provision of field office for the engineer, 6 months, permits and clearances, occupational safety and health, mobilization and demobilization, 1 lump sum each, and 2 for the project billboard or signboard. For the earthworks, you have 1 lump sum for removal of structure and obstruction, 147.57 cubic meters for structure excavation, common soil, and 44.27 cubic meters for embankment from roadway structure excavation, common soil. For embankment from borrow, common soil, 126.09 cubic meters, and for gravel fill, 21.27 cubic meters. Under plain and reinforced concrete works, structural concrete is 4,000 PSI class A, 56.25. For structural concrete class A, 34.06 cubic meters. For reinforcing steel, 9,939.09 kilograms. Formworks and falseworks is 293.02 square meters. For finishing works, CSB, non-load bearing, 100 mm thick, is 482.11 square meters. Lump sum for finishing hardware, aluminum frame glass door swing type 10.50 square meters. Aluminum glass windows sliding type 18 square meters. Aluminum glass windows fixed type 1.94. Aluminum glass window awning type 6.12 square meters. 10 sets of frames for jambs, seal, head transom, and mullions. For doors, wood panel, 18.90 square meters. PVC doors and frames, 3 sets. For ceiling, 4.5 mm metal frame with fiber cement board, quantity is 52.70 square meters. For glazed tiles and trims, 37.89 square meters. For unglazed tiles, only 52.70 and glazed square meters. For cement floor finish with floor hardener, 7.8 square meters. For cement plaster finish, 1,125.77 square meters. For reflective insulation, 181.05 square meters. For painting works, masonry and concrete is 430.33 square meters, and for steel, 174.97 square meters. For fabricated metal roofing accessory, for flashing gets 26, 8.50 linear meters, and for gutter gets 24, 57.80. For pre-painted metal sheets, lead type long span is 181.05 square meters. Lump sum for metal structures, and for metal structure accessories, bolts and rods will have 50.54 kilograms, and for sub rods is 55.50 kilograms, and for steel plate, 27.70 kilograms. For structural steel, for trusses, you have 3,849.65 kilograms, and for cordons, 292.87 kilograms. For plumbing or sanitary works, catch basin, 4 each. Several line works, store drains and downspout, septic vault, tank complete CSB, plumbing fixtures and cold water lines, all in lump sum. Under electrical, conduits, boxes, fittings, wrapped in lump sum, so with wires and wiring devices, panel board with main and branch breakers, pole mounted distribution transformer with complete accessories, pole type, lighting fixtures, all in lump sum. The same form of security is acceptable. USD for the amount of 38,600 if the form is cast or check, or the amount of 346,500 if surety fund is opted as the bid security form. The technical requirements, again for this, an order of the contracts as mentioned above will have legal documents to include business registration, SEC or DTI, meals permit, income tax return updated, so with tax clearance, BJEPs. These requirements should be updated both in the BJEPs and CWA at least a week before the scheduling of fees to minimize or to avoid requests for motion for reconsiderations. It is the responsibility of the respective leaders to ensure that the documents submitted are updated and valid and legit. These documents should be sealed in envelope A. Envelope A should contain the title of the project, the contract ID. This should be legible and clearly stated, because this could be a ground for unacceptable bid to be submitted. So we PCAG and FCC key personal requirements, including or to attach their name or their licenses and their accreditation number. The minimum equipment, whether leased or owned, should contain the OR or the agreement and the list of completed projects, including private, and list of all ongoing awarded but not started projects, including private. For envelope B, should contain the bid form, the detailed estimates, cash flow by quarters, and the documentary requirements to include omnibus or statement. All documents needed to be notarized should be notarized on a legitimate notarial firm. For this contract, deadline of drafting will be November 19, 2024. Which you are required to secure order of payment at the office of the procurement office, so that you will be provided with the checklist. The checklist given to you should be attached the first page, both for envelope A or the technical documents and the financial documents. This should be sealed. Again, to reiterate, this should be secured from the procurement office and be sealed or attached as part in the technical and financial documents. Opening of these will follow immediately. For any changes of the data, this will be posted or updated through supplemental bulletin to be issued or posted in the websites of the PhilJets and DPWH. That will be all, Madam Chair.
Any queries? Questions?
Ano ko yung about sa aking question sa pag-apply sila is required ulit yung mga sir atong project engineer pwede siya.
And make sure also that in the case that you are not the authorized representative, as reflected in the contractor's profile, make sure that you're going to attach the display and the scope of where the display is.
Regarding sa banking sa sponsor sa taana, hindi siya represent worth hindi siya 4,450
sa taana. So, kung sa'yo yung concern na,
ako kayo ng ang bago. Hindi lang ako pag-ibig sa area, hindi siya ako
Santa Ana? Nasipit?
Nasipit.
sa two units. One
Asa.
51. BFF 51.
Sa Becto,
Oo, 51.
1,270.
yung Barangay.
Pakilig bangod na diya gamay. Pakilig.
Kita niyo yung site, sir?
Okay mo ba sa opportunity sir no? Ang ceiling ng DLK, ano nung ginagamit sa DLK is ito na maling sa kahoy, hindi na sa paisip. Dati ang mga paisip board. Kaya ang experience mo.
Kung ano naman siguro na ang gihisgutan ninyo during collaboration between DepEd and DPWH nga meeting before na himo ni nga program. Istoryahan naman siguro na dito.
Pero ang ako mo dito na ito na ang amos sa design sa DepEd na ito na maling tayo mo
Instead nga katong kuan.
Sa 25
flyboard ito. Kuan
Sa 25 na siguro sir.
hard deflex.
24 ba magulo siya ang
Kasi sa 25.
Quantity na 1,200 sa during sa construction. Papakan ito siya.
Embankment? Oo.
Bukan cross section.
siya.
Parang cross
Okay, sheets.
Thank you sa pag-invite.
Wala na? Wala na yung questions. With nothing more to discuss, the pre-bidding conference is adjourned at 4:20.
Thank you.